What's up, YouTubers and Prepsteaders? This is Mrs. V. Thank you again for joining me for another episode of Prepping While Pregnant. Today we are going to be talking about Labor Aid, the homemade electrolyte drink to help during your laboring hours. Here are the items that you'll need to make your Labor Aid. You're going to need 4 quarts of water. I'm just going to go ahead and pour this fourth quart already on in there. We're going to go ahead and get this started on our boil so it can start warming up, because this stuff doesn't need a long time to sit, or a long time to boil. So we're going to do 1.25 cups of honey, a 1.25 cups of lemon juice. We'll do 2 teaspoons of salt, just regular salt there. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And a lot of people like to do the calcium pills for their Labor Aid, but I am actually doing the calcium liquid with my Labor Aid. So I will do 4.5 tablespoons of this, and I will be making 4 quarts, the big bottles of Labor Aid today. We'll go ahead and start with our 1 1/3 cups of honey. Just gonna fill this right on up here. It's a lot of honey, but it's gonna be 4 quarts of this, so a lot of honey. I love honey, so. You guys, my midwife and my husband have been getting on me to think about doing a birthing pool. You guys tell me what you think. Should I do a birthing pool, or should I just, I don't know, do it on my bed like I planned? I don't know, something about just sitting in the water. I hear it's really comfortable though, so something to keep in mind. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Should I do a birthing pool or not? So here's our first cup. Oh, great. I need something to scrape this out of here with. I'm just gonna grab my spatula. My handy dandy. So all the ingredients, not just most of them. There's our first and our 1/3. And then next we're going to do our 1 1/3 cup of lemon juice. Make sure it's shaken up. Do our 1/3 here first. And now our 1 cup. And next we will do our 2 teaspoons of salt. And this is I've lost my 1 teaspoon, so we're just going to do a 1/2 teaspoon 4 times. One, 2, 3, 4 equals 2 teaspoons. And our 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So again, with our 1/2 teaspoon, just 2, 1, oh, yeah, and 2. Starting to get pretty warm in there now, huh? And our calcium. Shake well and refrigerate after opening. One, 2, 3, 4, and a 1/2. We'll make sure to get that refrigerated. Now, once you get everything in there, it should be heated enough for everything to mix in very nicely. Again, it doesn't need to boil, it doesn't need to, cook for a long time. The heat's just to make sure that everything mixes real nice. Oops. Oh, go ahead and turn that down. Okay, so now that everything is mixed, we're going to go ahead and get 4 of our very clean quart jars and lids and rims. Make sure everything's clean, and we're going to go ahead and get this into the jars. And I'm going to use this measuring cup here because this thing is so full. Just go ahead and fill it just to the bottom of the rim here. Don't want it touching the top. Not that we're canning these for, years to come or anything, but it's always still a good practice to keep. Not overfilling your jars, making sure your rims are clean when you put them on. Make sure your lids are solid and all the way on, making sure you don't have any cracks or dents in your rims. Just good habits. And there's our first. We'll just sit these aside to cool down until, like I said, we can put them in the refrigerator. There's two. Now this is almost getting low enough to where I can just pick up the pot and pour the rest of it in here. Three. And our last. I'm just going to go ahead and dump this in there. And we have a little bit left, so that's okay. Can use a little bit of energy there anyways. Clean the rim. Make sure it's nice and snug, not too tight. And there we have it, our 4 quarts of Labor Aid. So again, thank you guys for joining me today on Prep Steading with Mrs. V. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. And stay tuned next time for another episode of Prepping While Pregnant.